Women have been conditioned by society to be, act, and think a certain way. Here at Girls IRL, we encourage women to challenge societal norms and embrace their femininity. With that being said, let's get into this week's episode. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Girls in Real Life podcast. I'm your host, Mariah Clayton. Happy Monday. Hold on. Let me check my calendar because is this the last Monday of August? It is. Bro, what the heck? Like, I'm not gonna say it. But it is crazy that this is the last Monday of the month. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I know last week was back to school for a lot of people, my girlies who are in college. So I hope you all have like moved in, gotten acquainted, know where all of your classes are, all the things. If y'all haven't listened to my college advice episode that I did a couple of weeks back, you might want to do that. Okay, I got your back and I'm giving you all of my advice and things that I wish that I knew when I was in college. So if you haven't listened to that one yet, I would recommend it. This Saturday, actually, by the time you guys hear this, it was this past weekend. But this Saturday, my alma mater is doing they do a fan fest every year. I'm not going to the fan fest. I'm going to the volleyball match because they do like an inner scrimmage where they kind of go blue against gold and it's like they play against each other. And so that is this Saturday. I think I'm going to go and watch the girls play because we have a brand new coach, which is so crazy because the coach that I played for and the coach that I coached with when I was the assistant coach there is not there anymore. So I'm just like, this is a whole new era. And like all of the freshmen that I brought in when I was the assistant coach are now seniors. Like, oh my gosh. So anyways, I have to go and see my babies play and I'm just so excited to see what the team is looking like. I'm excited for the volleyball season. I feel like my hair looks so weird with these headphones, which is why I hardly ever wear my hair down when I'm recording because I just feel like the headphones make it look weird. But we're just going to deal with it today, okay? Just ignore. Yo, I don't know what happened in last week's episode with like the last 10 minutes the audio just completely cutting out. I have no idea what happened because y'all saw it was literally just like I finished one thought and then the next thought the mic went out. So I was just like, that's weird. So I'm going to be monitoring my audio today. My computer's over here today, so I'm going to just be looking over a little bit just to make sure that like that does not happen again because that was honestly so bad. I'm sorry y'all had to endure that for the last few minutes of the episode, but I just don't know what happened, okay? I'm a one-woman show. I have to literally monitor everything. I have to make sure the camera's recording, the audio's recording. Like, y'all just gotta deal with me, okay? I've been doing so good the past few weeks with like just working out and making myself go to the gym. Even on the days where I'm like, I don't really feel like going, I still just kind of make myself go, and it's been really nice. But I think the next step that I need to do is get back to waking up earlier again, because I keep waking up at the same time Ace is waking up, which is like 6:30, 6:45-ish. And I need to have that morning time to myself. Like I need that morning time to read my Bible, pray, and get myself together before Ace wakes up, because when he gets up, I'm just like, dragging myself out of bed. And I want to just be already up and awake. Like I know what that feels like and I know how good and accomplished it makes me feel, but I've just been so exhausted every single morning. And I don't know if it's because like me and Justin keep going to bed later. I don't know if it's because I haven't woken up early in such a long time, but it has been such a struggle for me. I have an alarm that goes off at 5:45 every single morning and I just turn it off every single morning. And this week I really want to do better about just getting up, making myself get up, and just adding that back into my routine, because I feel like I'm missing it. Like I'm missing just those key, even if it's just like 30, 45 minutes just to myself in the morning. I am genuinely missing that. So this week, I need y'all to hold me accountable. I need y'all to send me a message, leave me a comment, be like, Mariah, did you wake up early this week? Like, how is it going, girly? Give me some motivation because it's hard out here. We're just gonna go ahead and dive into today's episode because I am so excited about this episode. Like y'all know I like to give y'all the inspiration, the motivation, the deep, heavy stuff that we talk about, but sometimes I just want to be a girl and talk about girly things. And this is the Girls in Real Life podcast. So anytime that I get the chance to just like do something cutesy and fun, I'm gonna do it. And because we're about to enter a brand new season, I thought that it would be fun to do just kind of like a seasonal episode episode. So today we are talking about fall party ideas because I feel like the fall season is literally just like hosting season. Like everybody is trying to host something. The holidays are coming up. Like everybody is trying to have get-togethers and spend time with friends and family. And it's honestly just like the complete opposite of summer, because I feel like in the summer, everybody wants to just take a vacation. Everybody wants to get away. Everybody wants a break from life. But then when you enter into the fall season, it really is all about community and friends and family and giving and thanks. And I love that. Even though I am a summer girly to my core, like I will always be a summer girly. Y'all know for the past few years, I have had a soft spot for fall. And I just feel like this episode is going to be so much fun because I'm going to give you guys 10 unique party ideas. And I say that they're unique. I mean, no idea is truly original at this point, but I just feel like these are things that I haven't seen a lot of. And I think that you guys would have a lot of fun hosting these types of parties and events at your house or wherever the case may be. So I do have a list on my phone of 10 unique fall party ideas. However, before we jump into that, I think I need to just give you guys a guideline of what a good party is and like all of the things that a good party needs to have, because sometimes I be going to little parties and get-togethers and it's just like the idea was there, but the execution just was, it was not it. So we're just gonna have a little hosting one-on-one quick little session, okay? And I have a list of 5 things that every good party should have, okay? So number 1 obviously is a theme, and I feel like the theme kind of leads into everything else, but you cannot have a good party in my opinion without a theme. Every iconic party, get together, celebration that I have ever been to has always had a cute theme or a unique theme or a fun theme. Like you need to figure out, what is this party going to entail? What is the theme? What is the vibe? What is the aesthetic? Because that is truly what is most important, because that curates the entire experience for everyone that is coming to your event or to your party. So you need to make sure that you have a really good theme. It doesn't have to be unique. It doesn't have to be anything super crazy or out of the box. You can literally go on Pinterest and like steal a whole bunch of ideas, but you need a theme, okay? The next thing every good party has is a dress code. And this is not required. You know, this is one of those optional things that you can add in. But I just feel like when you have a dress code, it highlights the theme of the party and it kind of makes everyone feel like, you know, they're together. I don't want to say that they're a team, but it just makes everything feel more cohesive, you know? So I feel like a good dress code is just always a great move, because you never want people to show up looking like Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber, okay? Like we don't want somebody showing up homeless and in sweats and then somebody else shows up dressed to the tens and is like hair beat, makeup beat, hair laid. Like we don't want that to happen, because I know what it feels like to be the person that is overdressed or underdressed for a situation. So even if it's just something as simple as you tell everybody to wear something casual, you tell somebody or you tell everyone to wear something black, like it doesn't have to be, oh, this is a gala, this is a big time event, we need to wear ball gowns and all. No, it doesn't have to be all of that, but I think that you do need to make it very clear what the dress code is so that everybody comes up looking very similar, looking like we're all going to the same party. The next thing every good party has is obviously good decoration. Again, this ties back into the theme, because once you figure out your theme, that's really going to help you figure out what decor you need. And again, this doesn't have to be anything super over the top. It just needs to be like you walk in and people need to recognize, okay, this is the vibe, this is the theme, this is the aesthetic, this is what we're going for. Because you don't want to have stuff that's just like mismatched. You don't want to have plates and cups that don't match. You know, I just feel like if you want to have a solid party and get together, like everything just needs to look cohesive. It needs to look nice. That doesn't mean that you have to spend a lot of money on it. It just means that you have to put some thought into it, okay? Like it don't need to be, I just threw this together just because I told you I wanted you to come over. Like there are certain situations for that, but like if you want to host an actual get together, like you need some good decor. Okay, the fourth thing that every good party has is a menu. And again, this does not have to be over the top, like 5-course meal. It just means that you need to ensure that there is food there and that the food is actually good. Because I've been to some parties where the food is just nasty. Like, you could tell that they didn't put any thought into it. They didn't really care. They just went and grabbed something from the store. Or I've also been to parties where there was just like hardly any food at all. I've been to parties where the food has run out. Like, you just need to make sure that there is food at your party, because otherwise people will get very hangry and people will not want to stick around at your get together very long, because you don't have anything for me to snack on, to go back to keep picking from. So just make sure that you have like a nice little menu, enough food for everyone, and again that the food kind of matches with the theme and the decor. It all ties in together. And then the last thing that every good party has is activities. And again, this is optional, but it's also really not, because I feel like if you're going to have people at your house, like, y'all need to be doing something, even if it's just putting on a movie or like watching a football game or something like that. Like, you need to have something for people to do. So whether you're hosting like a game night, whether you just want to, I don't know what it's going to be. There are lots of different options and things that you can go for, but you just need to make sure that you have something for your people to do. Otherwise, it will get bored. Also, if you're bringing, your different friend groups together and people don't really know each other, like, it's going to be awkward if you don't have anything for people to do. Like, you need to make sure that there's an icebreaker or there's something to just like get people talking, get people mingling, and not just clicking up. So again, just make sure that you have a nice, fun activity. It doesn't have to be anything super crazy, like I said, but it just needs to be something fun, something engaging for people to participate in. So yeah, those are the 5 things that every good party has: a theme, a dress code, decorations, a menu, and activities. Okay. And once you've got all of that down, now we're ready to get into the ideas that I have, because we have the guideline. Okay. I'm actually so excited to talk about this with you guys. So the first party/hosting idea that I have for the fall season is a fall cookbook club. Oh my gosh. Okay. I know you guys have seen the videos of people doing the cookbook club. Everybody brings something different from a cookbook. And I think I said this in my spring, when I did this in the spring, like the spring activities. I don't remember. But I think I did this then as well. But I just love this idea because it's reusable for every single season, and it's never going to get old because you can always make something new. You really get to focus on just like warm, cozy meals and desserts and drinks and snacks. And it's just so much fun to be able to try a bunch of different things and have it cater to something in the fall season, like a pumpkin pie or like a nice creamy soup, or what else is fall coated food? Like an apple cider cocktail. Like, I don't know. There are just so many different things and ways that you can like cater this to a bunch of different seasons. But I think fall specifically would be just super fun because it's all warm and cozy vibes and just like, I don't know, heartwarming is the only word that I can think of that comes to mind. But I do think that this would be super fun if you just delegate a dish to every single person. So somebody is in charge of the appetizers, somebody is in charge of the drinks or the cocktails, somebody is in charge of the entree, somebody is in charge of the dessert. Like, it would just be so much fun. Okay, the next idea that I have is a murder mystery game night. Okay, so for this, I had 2 different options that you could do if you do decide to do this. But the first option would be to go on Amazon and get one of those like little murder mystery games. I don't know what they're called, but it's like they give you the case or whatever, and you have to figure out like who committed the crime or whatever the case may be. I don't know what it's called, but I think it might be called a murder mystery game. But you can order one of those from Amazon and play that with your friends. I heard that those actually take a long time though, but maybe if y'all are smart, y'all be able to figure it all out together. And then the next option that you could do is to actually create like a live experience of a murder mystery, like having a murder mystery party. What is that movie where they're all stranded in a house, or maybe it was a boat, and somebody keeps killing someone and they're trying to figure out who it is? Y'all, I do not remember the name of that movie, but I remember watching it. But yeah, you could curate an experience like that where you as the host or hostess comes up with this whole scenario. You pick who the killer is, and then you have everybody come in, you give them all their clues, and they all just kind of like investigate and interview people. And then at the end of the night, you try and see who figured out who the killer is. I don't know if you guys listened to What We Said podcast with JC and Chelsea, but I actually saw Chelsea hosted something like this last Halloween or last year. And I just thought that it was so much fun because I've never seen, aside from a movie, somebody doing that in real life and just like turning it into a whole experience for people. And I just feel like that could be so much fun. Y'all could come up dressed in costumes or whatever the theme of the party is, and just investigate and be detectives for a night. Okay, the next idea that I have is more of a vibe and an aesthetic rather than an actual like thing. And it's a Cherries and Coet elegant dinner. So I came up with this idea because I've actually been seeing some videos on TikTok and Pinterest and even Instagram too of just like these very cute cherry decorations, not even cherry decorations, but just like cherries on the table with like little bows attached to cute little cups or like your plates or on the back of your chairs. And I just think that it's such a cute vibe. Like, I just feel like you could make this be so elegant and so girly and cutesy and fun. Cherries are definitely, they're just everywhere. Like, I don't know if it's like the fruit of the year. I would probably say it's the fruit of the year just because everybody is implementing cherries in some way, shape, or form. And then we're seeing the cherry stems with the cute little bows and all that stuff. Like, even my phone case is literally that. Like, it's cherries and bows. So I just feel like it would be so much fun and so nice to just decorate a nice long table with some candles and some cherries laid out, some nice silverware and plates, putting bows in front of everyone's chair or behind everyone's chair. And I just think it's so fall coded because cherries, especially like the real cherries, they're like this mulberry wine deep red color, and it just screams fall. And I just think that it would be like so much fun. You could have everybody dress up in black tie attire and just look nice and put together a nice little dinner. I don't know. In my mind, I think that it would be really fun and really nice to curate. But in reality, it could probably be a nightmare and honestly very expensive. But if you have the means, girl, I would love to see the vision come to life. So someone please have a Cherries and Coet elegant dinner. Okay, this next one is probably my favorite. You guys know I'm in my reading era, okay? And I think that it would be so much fun to have like a cozy book swap. Oh my gosh. Okay, so picture this, picture this. You gather up all of your girlies, your girlfriends. You tell them to go and buy a book or bring one of their favorite books that is fall coded. So that could be the book is set during fall time. It could be it's like a thriller, so it ties into Halloween. It could be the cover gives off fall vibes, like it's orange and reds and yellows, you know. And then once you all have your books, you guys come together and you just swap books, like almost like a white elephant. You can pick a random number, and whoever gets the first number obviously gets to pick first, and then you just like go and take turns. You can steal the books from other people, like, but you have no clue like what the book is about. Or maybe you could have little synopsis or just like the vibe of the book on a card or something, but have all the books wrapped up. Okay, I feel like I'm talking so much right now, but you have all the books wrapped up in like newspaper or just like wrapping paper, and then on the front you have just very little bit about what the book is about, like girl meets boy, maybe put like a trope, age gap or something like that. I don't know. So that way it makes it a little bit more interesting when you're trying to steal or trying to like figure out what book that you want. And I just think that it would be so much fun. And then at the end, everybody opens up their book and sees what they got. And then you start reading them together. Like, oh my gosh, it would just be so much fun. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about this one. I don't have very many friends that read, but if you do, this will just be so much fun, and it will give you a chance to read a new book. and just be exposed to books that your friends like and love as well. And I think it's so cute. So if anybody wants to do a cozy book swap with me, like, please, let's do it. Okay, next on my list, I have a wreath crafting party. And honestly, I've never seen this done. So I feel like this one is very unique, okay? But I feel like in the fall, wreaths are just everywhere, like some people do wreaths year round, but I feel like a lot of people use wreaths more so in the fall and the winter because I don't know why, honestly. I really don't. But I think that it would be so much fun to maybe go to Michael's and just like get they have like styrofoam wreaths. And then I think they also have like wire ones. Do they have wire ones? Yeah, I don't know. I ain't never made a wreath before in my entire life, but I feel like this would just be so much fun. Go and get the wreaths from Michael's, get fall leaves, fall decor, whatever you want to put on your wreath, and just like have it all spread out for everyone. And then y'all can come together and make the wreaths, and it would just be like a super cute creative outlet for you and your friends to just decorate something and then have something to actually take home with you. So on the same vibe as like flower arrangements with your friends, but instead of like actual flowers, you're just making wreaths together. Next on my list is costumes and charcuterie party. Obviously, this could be something that you do for Halloween or just like right before Halloween. But one way that I thought that you could do this is dress up as something or someone, and you can make your charcuterie board based off of the thing or the person that you dress up as. Like, please, that would be so cute. Okay, let's say you come dressed up as a firefighter. So your charcuterie board has to be all things that are spicy because firefighters put out fires, and fire is like heat and heat is spice. So you could literally have like hot tamales on there. You could have peppers on there. You could have like a hot chili bowl in the middle with like crackers around it. Like, do you guys get the vibe? Are we here? Like, do y'all understand what I'm trying to say? Because in my mind, I just feel like that would be like so much fun. And then you will have so many different charcuterie boards, and they would all just be unique and cute and fun. And I don't know, in my mind, I just feel like that's just a vibe. Or you could do this as like, yes, you come dressed up in a costume, but your charcuterie board doesn't have anything to do with your costume. Your charcuterie board could just be a regular charcuterie board, okay? In my mind, that's not as much fun as the first way that I said it, but I do think the first way that I said, where like you have your charcuterie board kind of match your character or what you're dressed up as, is going to cause you to think a little bit, and it's also going to cause you to be a little bit more creative, which is why I think it's more fun. But if you don't want to put in all that work and thought, then obviously you can just bring a regular charcuterie board and just dress up as whatever you want. But in my mind, I just feel like making people think outside of the box, it would be so much fun, because we all know charcuterie boards they're tired, okay? Like, everybody has done a charcuterie board, but I feel like when you put a theme to it, it makes people think outside of the box and forces them to do something unique and fun with their board. And I just think that it would be so cute. Okay, the next one is like very, very cozy vibes. It is a soup and bread potluck. Oh my gosh. Can you just imagine asking all of your friends to make a nice, warm, cozy soup to bring to your house and pair it with a bread? It could be like sourdough, it could be garlic bread, it could be rolls, like, I just feel like this would be my dream world. Like, I love soup and I love bread, and having a variety of both of those things I would be in heaven. You could have somebody make a chowder, you could have somebody make a chili, you could have somebody make a gumbo, you could have somebody make a broccoli and cheddar, you could have somebody make a potato soup. Like, I could go on and on and on and on about the different types of soup. Like, I love soup. But then also just like figuring out a bread that would best pair with your soup. Again, it's just like outside of the box. Like, let's all bring different types of bread. Let's not be boring, let's be innovative and creative and have fun. Like, a lot of these things that I'm talking about, you're going to need participation. Like, you are going to need everybody to be willing to participate in the theme, in the idea, in the execution of everything. And sometimes people don't like to go all out as other people, and that's fine. But I feel like with all of these ideas that I've said so far, you need full participation in order for it to be like what you're imagining it to be, at least for me. So you can't invite nobody that's gonna just like halfway do something. Like, we all are in this together. We're all putting in the same amount of effort, and we're all putting in the same amount of care, because it's a get together and it's supposed to be fun and we're supposed to be with our friends, and we don't need someone coming and being a party pooper. I don't even know how I got on that topic, but yeah, I do think a soup and bread potluck would be just super fun and cozy, and y'all can all just try each other's different soups, dip all the different breads, and it would just be a vibe. You might gain 10 pounds from eating all that bread, but it would still be fun nonetheless. Okay, we have 3 more to go. The next one is a pumpkin painting competition. And I know this is not very unique, but I feel like most people do pumpkin carving. And for me personally, that's not it. Like, I just feel like pumpkin carving is so messy. I don't want to be messing with all the pulp. I don't want to exert a lot of energy trying to use my knife to carve into the pumpkin. Like, please, let's be civil about this and just paint the outside of our pumpkin, okay? Like, that's all that I can do, because I'm not going to be getting my hands dirty in that way. So I think having a pumpkin painting competition could be so much fun. It makes it have that competitive edge to it also. And so all of your friends get together, you had the paint set up, everyone decorates their pumpkin. It doesn't have to be scary. It can be literally anything that you want it to be. You snap pictures of everybody's pumpkin and post it on social media, have the people vote, and then you decide your winner. You have your cutesy little snacks that you're grabbing as you're painting. You have your nice little wine, so it's like a painting with a twist type situation. Like, I just feel like that would be so much fun and way less messier than pumpkin carving. Okay, the next one I have is a fall happy hour. So this one is going to be more so focused on drinks. And I guess you could also throw in appetizers if you want, like drinks and appetizers. But happy hour to me means like I'm getting rounds and rounds and rounds of drinks. Okay, it's happy hour. So everybody comes and brings a fall inspired. It could be a cocktail or it could be a mocktail if you don't drink. Okay, I know some of my girlies are sober queens, and that's fine. But yeah, have everyone bring an autumn or fall inspired cocktail or mocktail, and y'all are just tasting all of them. Like, let's get tipsy, let's have fun, let's get bubbly. Okay. So I feel like a lot of these will probably be apple cider based. If you could do something pumpkin, like, all power to you. If you could do like an espresso martini, I feel like that's kind of year round, but for me personally, it's kind of like fall based. If you could do like a spiked hot chocolate, like, oh my god, that would be so much fun. You could do what's a fruit in the fall besides apples? Why can't I think of anything? I don't know. Let's go back to the cherries and Coet. Do something with cherries. Like, it would just be nice. You know, all of the girlies coming with their drinks, sipping on them, eating from a nice little appetizer plate, a charcuterie board, if you will. But yeah, in my mind, I just feel like having all your girls come with their drinks and having it be fall or autumn base is just a vibe. Okay, I'm all about the vibes, I'm all about the aesthetic, I'm all about the curated experience and making it super Instagrammable and shareable, and that's really all a good party is. Okay, we have made it to number 10. I feel like this is probably the least unique out of the entire list, but still fun nonetheless, and it is a football tailgate at home. Okay, keyword at home. Because for me personally, like, do I like going to football tailgates? Yes, they're fun, but also, like, I be ready to go. I do be ready to go home after the tailgate is over. Like, please, let's pack it up. So I do think curating a tailgating experience at your home in your backyard could just be fun because you don't have to worry about packing up all the stuff to go to the stadium to watch the game. Like, you literally just do everything at home. You cook, you play games, you eat, you turn on the football game in the living room. And like, I just feel like it's a much more peaceful experience for football. And me personally, I'm not a big football girly. Okay. I don't really care about football, but I know football is a super big staple in the fall season. And my man is a football fanatic, okay? So he does like to go and tailgate. He does like to go to the football games. Whereas me personally, I would just much rather sit on the couch and watch the game. So that is why I came up with this idea to just have the tailgate at home, because he could be grilling outside. We could have music on. We could have games in the backyard. Like, what's the throwing the bean bags? Why can't I ever think of what that get? Cornhole. We could have cornhole in the back. We could have horseshoes. What other games y'all be playing at tailgates? Because I don't really be knowing like that. But yeah, you can curate that whole entire experience in the comfort of your own home at your backyard with all your best friends. And I just feel like it's a much better experience for me personally. I know some people like to go out and tailgate and have that experience, but for me, I'm just like, it's too many people. It's too hot. Like, if I want to go in my house and get some fresh air, I can. If I want to go and use the bathroom in the comfort of my own home, I can. I don't have to go find a porta potty or a public restroom. Like, I don't know. For me, the best way to do football for me is just to do it at home. That's just how I feel about it. But yeah, that's going to wrap up my list of my 10 unique fall party ideas. Leave me a comment down below letting me know which one you thought was your favorite. Like I said, mine was definitely the cozy book swap. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that because I don't have a lot of friends who read, but maybe one day, maybe I can get a lot of my friends to get interested in reading by doing the cozy book swap. You never know. So yeah, let me know which one was your favorite, which one you plan on doing this fall season. I am excited to be in the fall. Like I said, even though I'm a summer girly to my core, I do love a good fall moment. I do love the change in weather, the change in scenery, just like the change in seasons in general. So I'm excited for the fall. I can't wait to see how the rest of the year plays out for myself. I hope that it goes all well for you guys too. Like, we are really wrapping up the year very, very quickly. So we got to get on it. Like, we got to get ourselves together. And when I say we, I mean me. But yeah, anyways, if you enjoy this episode, go ahead and leave me a nice little review. Subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope you have a great Monday, a great week, and I'll talk to you in my next episode. Bye.